Hello, and welcome to the Wonders of We. I am laying down, and there's no real reason other than I'm really cold, and I wanted to be as comfortable as I could be as I talked about something that I feel is kind of difficult to talk about and very unveiling. So, my grandfather passed away on Tuesday last week. It's kind of a long story, but basically I was like 20 minutes away from buying his ticket when buying a ticket to go see him when I got the call that he took his last breath. Because I had made arrangements to be off of work to go see him, I asked my boss if I can still have those days off, even though I wasn't going to be needing to see him any longer. And so she allowed me to. And so I had Wednesday and Thursday off of work. Fridays, I typically don't go in, or I don't typically go on site because program is Monday through Thursday. So those 2 days off that I normally don't have is something that I'm still flowing off of and something that I sincerely appreciated and needed. Today was my first day back since those last 2 days off, and today was just a very interesting day. It was a special day. The clients that I work with they got basically makeovers. They got their hair done, they got their makeup done, and it was just really awesome to see the transformation that took place, which is something that doesn't happen often for them. As I was driving, did I tell you guys I got a car? If I didn't, that's a story in itself, and I will make sure to share that with you because someone gave me a car. Someone gave me the car that they used to have. They gave it to me. I will make sure to share that story with you. Anyway, I was driving home and the thoughts that came into my head were, I'll be honest with you. For whatever reason, I feel like I'm getting like a 1-2 punch, like a uppercut, stomach shot. You know what I mean? Like under the chin and in the gut, kind of simultaneously, you know? And maybe because it's just been a long season of what feels like abuse, the pain isn't there for me. It's just the uncoordination of it. Like, it's like, head rolls back, neck juts, it ricochets, whiplashes, gut, tenses up. It's not the pain of it all. It's just the reaction that the body has to make to accommodate to the punches. And that is something I'm finding to be very frustrating and very difficult. I don't know what to do. And I'm okay with not knowing what to do. Again, maybe because I've been living so long in just this season that I've been in. I'm okay with not knowing. But what it did do, or what it is doing, is producing desire for greater. It's cultivating dreams that I've never thought to dream. It's causing me to speak out loud things that just seem unreal or unrealistic. Like that couldn't happen. That seems unfocused. What are you thinking of to even think to ask that? That's not my response to myself, but that would have been my response to myself should this have taken place anytime in September or October. So that was a really long intro. My question to you is, originally my question was going to be, have you ever felt like, I wonder, because this is the wonders of we, my question was going to be, have you ever felt like a failure before? But that's not necessarily the question that I desire to ask. Not at this time. So I guess the question I would ask is, what do you do? I wonder, what do you do with your feelings of insignificance? For a good portion of time, I've just been feeling that way. Like, oh, this is going to sound horrible. Oh, because I don't mean for it to. But just specifically when it comes to work, I've been feeling insecure, threatened, like I'm useless, like I don't contribute anything. And the menial amount that I do contribute is not of worth. And I've been spending so much time, energy, and breath in those thoughts. So much so that I didn't realize I was thinking them. They were just there. And so that's kind of what I'm sharing when I say the whole uppercut thing. I think really the person who's throwing the blows are myself. Well, my thoughts. The thoughts. So I just finished out one of my journals. I just finished it out and I started in a new one. The last entry in this journal, the previous one, was about my grandfather passing. And the new one is in regards to the things that I desire and dream for. The things that really just seem so ridiculous and unfocused. The things that just seem very whimsical. But they're really not. They're really not. I'm not dreaming of flying, which it is feasible in this day and age. Shoo, if they can make horns in people's head, I'm sure they can make wings on their back. So it's really not our unrealistic thing to think that, hey, someday, somehow they're going to make wings. Who knows? They probably already have, and I'm just so late in figuring it out. But what do you do with your thoughts or your feelings of insignificance? I feel like I'm not saying that word right. I'm not articulating it well. Which is all for the best. So what I've decided to do is just journal about it. And also to bring to my mind, either by watching or reading, or listening to things that inspire and encourage and impact, that uplift. That's what I'm doing in regards to my feelings of insignificance. I can tell you the truth, it is all me. No one has said anything or not said anything. It's me. It's me being caught up in myself. There's a difference between processing and there's a difference with isolating, right? And so processing for me is like breaking things down and seeing where I'm at with those things that have broken down and where I need to go and what needs to stay. That for me is processing. Isolating to me is dangerous. It's not just an action of being away from people or not answering phone calls. Isolating is going inside of my head and staying there and not allowing anyone else to enter in. So, hey, how you doing, Neff? I'm okay. When literally there's a battlefield going on inside of my head. There's literally like the Yankees and the Confederates fighting inside of my head. And there's just so much soot and gun smoke and blood and limbs all over the place. I don't know whose side I'm on. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I would be the Yankees, right? But like, because it's just a big mess and it's just a lot of stuff going on. I can't tell if you have the blue coat or the red coat. I can't tell. So I'm just shooting at everything. That is isolation. And when I don't share what's going on in my head and I keep that to myself and I stay there and I hibernate there and I give birth in that, that's a dangerous place to be. So I don't know how I got to that. Oh, that's how I got to it. Because of all that stuff and me isolating and not sharing things and articulating things with people that are close to me, that love me and that I love, or even sharing these things out loud to my father, or just sitting someplace by myself and taking a moment to see, oh yeah, my mind is a battlefield right now and there's a lot of chaos and craziness and I don't know why. But to be able to identify that before the clanging and the noise gets so loud that I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. So I kind of went off on a couple tangents, and I will not apologize for that. I want to thank you guys so much for listening, watching, commenting. If you would be so kind to share, what do you do with your feelings of insignificance? Please share. That would be great. If you would love to leave a video on how to articulate the word that I'm trying to say that I just feel like I'm not doing the swellest job at, please share that link so I can watch it. Again, thank you guys so much for listening, and so much too for what you're doing within yourself and for yourself, and how that contributes not only to me and not only to those around you, but also to the whole community. And honestly, like, not to make you sound like a superhero, but the whole world. So have a good day, have a good evening, have a good night, wherever you are, whatever it is, let it be good. Thank you.